Welcome students to our YouTube channel Ambala. Today's topic is Physical Features of India Part 4. In our previous module, we studied about the formation of Northern Plains and its divisions, as well as we studied about the two island groups of our country, Andaman Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands. Let us begin with Part 4. In this module, we are going to study about the Peninsula Plateau and the coastal plains. The Peninsula Plateau, also known as the Great Indian Plateau. What do you mean by peninsula? A body or piece of land enclosed on three sides by water is known as peninsula. One of the distinct features of the Peninsula Plateau is the black soil area, which is known as the Deccan Trap. This is of volcanic origin, hence the rocks are igneous. And over the time, due to the weathering of the rocks, it has led to the formation of black soil. The Peninsula Plateau. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land and hence making it a part of the oldest landmass. It is a tableland composed of old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. This plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The Central Highlands. In the image, you can see that the part lying north of Narmada is Central Highlands and south of Narmada River is Deccan Plateau. Central Highland is wider in the west as compared to its eastern part. If we move towards further westward, it gradually merges with the rocky and sandy desert of Rajasthan. It covers a major area of the Malwa Plateau. The Vindhyan bounds the southern part of Central Highlands and Aravallis bound the northwestern part of Central Highlands. Rivers like Chambal, Sindh, Betwa and Ken, they flow from southwest to northeast and indicates the slope. The eastward extension of this plateau is known as Bundelkhand and Bhagelkhand. The Chota Nagpur Plateau, this one here in the image, marks the eastward extension which is drained by the Damodar River. The Deccan Plateau. As in the previous slide, I told you that Deccan Plateau lies south of the Narmada River and it is a triangular landmass as you can see here. The Satpura range flanks its broad base in the north. Here you can see, while the Mahadev Hills, Kamur Hills and Maikal range form its eastern extensions. The Deccan Plateau is higher in the west and slopes gently eastwards. An extension of plateau is also visible in the northeast, locally known as the Meghalaya, Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Chachar Hills. Three prominent hill ranges from west to east are the Garo Range, the Khasi Range and the Jaintia Hills. The Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats, they mark the western and the eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau respectively. The Western Ghats, they lie parallel to the western coast and they are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. Its highest peak is Anaimudi, whose height is 2695 meters, and their average elevation is 900 to 1600 meters. The Eastern Ghats, they form the eastern arm of the peninsula. They stretch from Mahanadi Valley to the Nilgiris in the south. They are discontinuous and dissected range of mountains. They lie parallel to the eastern coast. Its highest peak is Mount Mahendragiri, 1501 meters, and their average elevation is about 600 meters. The next physiographic division is the coastal plains. The Peninsula Plateau is flanked by a stretch of narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal in the east. Coastal plains can be divided into two, Western Coastal Plain and Eastern Coastal Plain. Western Coastal Plains. It is sandwiched between the Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. It is a narrow plain. It consists of three sections. The northern part is known as Konkan Coast, the central part is known as Kannad Coast, and the southernmost part is known as the Malabar Coast. Konkan Coast is between Mumbai to Goa. South of Goa we have Kannad Coast. The rivers flowing in this region are short and fast flowing. The major westward flowing rivers are Narmada and Tapi. Eastern Coastal Strip. It lies between the Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal. It is little broader than the Western Coastal Plain. It consists of two main sections. In the northern part we have Northern Sarkar Coast, and in the southern part it is known as Coromandel Coast. The rivers flowing in this region are much larger and broader. The major rivers which make deltas are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. So students, with this module we are done with chapter number 2, Physiographic Divisions of India, class 9th, Geography. Hope the content is clear to all of you. Thank you.